Hello, everyone. I'm Gwen Preston of Resource Maven. We're here at the Metals Investor Forum in Vancouver in September, and I am joined by Andre Tessier of Delta Resources. Thanks for being here.
Well, thank you for having me.
So Delta might be a new story to the Metals Investor Forum audience. Give us a quick lay of the land of your flagship Delta project. We're just going to say the word Delta a lot in this interview, but the flagship project near Thunder Bay.
All right. Well, we actually have two projects, Delta-1 and Delta-2, so we're really original with our naming of projects.
We're going to have to talk about that.
Delta-1 is the flagship. Delta-1 is in the Thunder Bay area, about 50 kilometers west of Thunder Bay, right on the Trans-Canada Highway. The zone that we've outlined, a nice gold discovery that earned us the Discovery of the Year in Ontario last year. Is very wide. It's right next to the highway. It's from surface to about 250 meters so far, vertical depth, about anywhere between 10 meters to almost 100 meters of true width. So it's an amazing discovery. It's next to the highway. It's a topographic high. It's all been logged, so it's almost ready to go.
I mean, it really is. It's kind of what you just said is kind of surprising. The fact that it's beside the highway in Thunder Bay, it's literally sticking up out of the ground beside the highway in an area where people are attuned to minerals. So it's quite surprising that it hadn't been found before, at least not to the extent that you have. You just gave us some dimensions, but now let's talk about grade and sort of what this thing is. Like, what do you see what you've defined so far? What does it really look like to you in a mining perspective, in a value perspective?
Well, listen, without trying to be too promotional, I think we have a mine on our hands. What we need to find out is how big this is going to be. Right now, because it's right at surface, because of its location, we're looking at a capex that's going to be highly reduced because it's not like we're in the far north somewhere. So this is going to be very helpful to if we ever come to development. So no, I think right now we're looking at bulk tonnage, grade of about 1.2, 1.5 grams per ton gold. But then we also have within that envelope of mineralization some sweeteners. In May, actually, we published results. We intersected 1.6 kilograms per ton gold over a meter. And within 7 meters of that intersection in the same hole, we had 700 grams per ton as well. Right. So these are really sweet. That's going to up the grade of the mineralization overall.
And it's not just like a few discrete hits here and there. You're starting to see plunge shoots, you want to call them,
shoots, yeah,
within this broad zone that they're coming together in a nice way.
That's right. So we're just starting here. Like realistically, we've got less than 25,000 meters drilled to date, including our very first years of exploration.
Right.
Every time we drill, we find out new things about the deposit. So now we're slowly gaining knowledge on the geometry of the mineralization. We've established now that there's ore shoots that are about 400 meters of strike length, so far to 250 meters depth, and they plunge towards the west. So that is going to help us when we explore the rest of the structure, because we have a structure there that's about 5 kilometers so far, because we haven't started exploring the western portion of the property yet. So that knowledge is going to help us vector towards mineralized zone in the rest of the system.
Absolutely. And so now you have sort of two challenges that you need to try and do at the same time. You want to really flesh out, delineate, I guess, put a resource on this nice zone that you have already that, is a good start towards an economic mineral ore body, or already is. But then there's also the continuation of this structure in both directions, and then the work and all the work that involves to try and not just show that there's gold along there, but that there's gold with high grade shoots within it, I guess.
That's right. It's a sort of a double-headed monster.
The best kind of
monster, obviously. The importance is that it's a big monster.
Right.
So this alteration zone that we've delineated, we need to explore it further. Mm-hmm. We've got a lot of work to do on the eastern portion of the zone that we know right now. We're probably going to be doing some geophysics to try to pinpoint, better areas within that zone of alteration. And then to the west, we are just starting. We haven't even touched the western. There's about 10 kilometers of structure there that we haven't started to touch. So there's, like I said, we're still an exploration company, and I don't think people realize that we're still explorers and we're still discovering new zones.
Absolutely. And what's helping you fight this two-headed monster, to pull this analogy along perhaps too far, is that you have a pretty good treasury. And that's one thing that's so important these days in the exploration space.
That's right. We financed in May with Cormark. We had a $10 million bought deal that was done at 45 cents. And we still have about 7.8 million in our treasury. So we can start another 20,000 meters of drilling and still not be too depleted.
Fantastic. We'll get out there and do it, and then come back and tell us about it at the next show.
You sound like my board.
Thanks very much for being here, and best of luck out there. I do look forward to keeping up with all the news.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it.